Fish has been and will continue to be regarded as one of the healthier sources of protein. It has a significantly lesser amount of fat, cholesterol, and calories when compared to beef and pork. In addition to this, it is loaded with healthy nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids that are beneficial to our bodies. Unfortunately, there is a lot of variety among species. The fact that some of them have been tainted by the high quantities of chemicals that are found in farm-bred animals poses significant health hazards that we should avoid. One of these types of fish is called tilapia, and you should immediately avoid consuming it due to the potential dangers it poses to your health. Is fish raised in captivity safe to eat? Let's look into it, shall we? But before we unveil, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel for more interesting videos. There are 7 compelling arguments against eating fish that has been grown in captivity. Tilapia is one of the most widely consumed farm-raised fish due to its low price and scrumptious flavor, all of which contribute to its widespread popularity. According to the findings of the National Institute of Fisheries, it is the 4th most popular type of seafood consumed in the United States. However, our health is in jeopardy with every bite that we take. Consumption of it may result in significant health problems, some of which may even be fatal. Why is it not a good idea to eat tilapia? The most important ones are listed here. Number 1. Increases the chance of experiencing inflammation. Fish is the type of seafood that most people gravitate toward when they are looking to increase their consumption of omega-3 fatty acids. You are undoubtedly aware that omega-3 is beneficial to your health because it lowers blood pressure, reduces the amount of cholesterol found in the bloodstream, and strengthens the immune system. Additionally, it protects against arthritic pain, depression, cardiovascular disease, and possibly cancer. On the other hand, research that was carried out at Wake Forest University in 2008 showed that tilapia has a ratio of 11:1 in terms of the amount of omega-6 to omega-3 that it possesses. Even though omega-6 is essential for physiological function, a ratio of 2:4 between omega-6 and omega-3 is considered optimal, since omega-6 is known for creating inflammation within the body. Having higher levels of it is associated with an increased risk of inflammatory illnesses, such as asthma, arthritis, and other inflammatory conditions. The increasing quantity of omega-6 hurts the heart as well. It is possible for blood clots to form in the body and can cause an increase in blood pressure. Following the formation of the clots, a heart attack or stroke may ensue. Number 2. Raise the chance of developing cancer. According to several sources, the majority of fish that are farmed in China consume animal feces as part of their diet. These fish consume mostly the fecal contents of ducks, chickens, and pigs. Consuming fish like this raises the risk of developing cancer 10 times more than eating wild fish does in this regard. There is reason to suppose that these are not merely speculative assumptions at this point. In 2009, the Economic Research Service of the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, investigated farm-raised fish that was imported from China. The investigation indicated that a significant number of farms and food processors in China are situated in industrialized zones that contain polluted air, water, and soil. In addition, the research notes that it is common practice to spread livestock and poultry waste on fields or use it as fish feed, both of which are statements that are supported by widespread usage. Number 3. Augments ingestion of antibiotics and pesticides. As a result of being kept in overcrowded fish enclosures, tilapia are more susceptible to contracting several infections. Antibiotics are administered to them by the farm owners to ensure that they remain healthy. In addition to this, they are given pesticides to tackle a frequent condition known as sea lice. Ingestion of these compounds will not improve a person's health, even though they are effective in their intended purpose. Number 4. Includes a significant amount of hazardous substances. There is a possibility that tilapia contains a variety of hazardous chemical substances. The tilapia's environment plays a significant role in determining the kind of compounds that are discovered in the fish. A compound called dibutyltin, which is used in the production of PVC plastic, has been discovered in farm-raised tilapia as well. This substance lowers the body's resistance to infection and exacerbates inflammation throughout the body. In addition to this, it significantly raises the probability of developing asthma, allergies, metabolic problems, and obesity. Dioxin, which can also be found in tilapia, has been linked to an increased risk of cancer as well as other health problems. The fact that it takes 7 to 11 years for the body to wash out this toxin is rather mind-boggling, to say the least. Number 5. Puts the body in contact with heavy metals. Ingestion of tilapia may or may not put the body in contact with heavy metals such as iron, copper, nickel, lead, cadmium, and zinc. The muscles of tilapia absorb a lower percentage of heavy metals than other fish. On the other hand, the higher and more harmful quantities of these heavy metals are absorbed by the intestines, livers, and gills of the animal. Consumption of these parts by humans raises the toxicological risks associated with heavy metals. When ingested, the levels of heavy metals that are absorbed by tilapia muscles are not sufficient to be considered hazardous. However, a single research study was insufficient, and the findings from several ponds could be quite different from one another. Now that the results have varied, it is up to the customer to decide whether or not it is worthwhile to run the risk of being exposed to heavy metals. The consumer might not always be able to track back to the environment in which the food was grown. When the human body is subjected to heavy metal for a shorter period, it might result in symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, stomach ache, and diarrhea. On the other hand, the consequences are catastrophic for the body when it is repeatedly subjected to heavy metals. In addition to raising the likelihood of developing cancer, it can cause organs in the body to sustain irreversible damage. The symptoms are different depending on whether the exposure is acute or persistent. Number 6. May contain uncommon bacteria. There has only been one case recorded of an uncommon bacterium that is found in fish that filter feed. The bacterium that caused the illness was found in red tilapia, which was purchased from an Asian market in Bellevue. The patient, a lady in her 50s, was infected after eating the fish. The disease entered the woman's body after she injured her hand while working with the fish. This bacterium is not very common, but it can make a person sick if it gets into a wound or if they eat something that has it on it. It is a severe infection that can cause symptoms such as nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. In addition, it is known as flesh-eating bacteria since it can lead to necrosis and sepsis, both of which affect the flesh. When the illness begins to spread throughout the body, it may be essential to surgically remove affected tissues or even entire body parts. The infection has the potential to become fatal. Number 7. Contributes to the intake of arsenic. Many fish species, including tilapia, have the potential to collect arsenic in their muscle tissues. As a result, arsenic contamination in water has become a big worry in some nations as a result of this potential. Consuming fish that has been raised in an environment that is high in arsenic raises the chance of developing cancer in the person eating the fish. Particular cancers, including those of the lung and bladder, have been linked to long-term exposure to arsenic. So this is the end of our today's video. Kindly give your response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.